Hi everyone and welcome to the fifth episode of The Spirited Monk. In today's episode, I'm going to talk to you about something really interesting that happened very early on in my life as an amateur bartender. And this was my first job offer. I used to hear the stories about people telling us that in bars, especially in hotel bars, you tend to get a lot of job offers. And it came to me early on, but it was a very weird job offer that remained in my mind for a really long time. And I always cherish this first job offer. So this happened one fine evening. I was at the bar around 3 or 4. I was cutting the lime, basically preparing the bar for the evening. And there was this one gentleman, must be from one of the Arabian countries, again a long-staying guest in the hotel, sitting in the corner of the bar and having his beer while I was cutting the lime and setting my bar. So after a while, the gentleman says, "Excuse me, hello." I go up to the gentleman and say, "Yes, sir, please tell me." He says, I like you a lot." And it confused me for a bit and I was taken aback and I said, "Thank you, sir, for saying that." He says, "I want you to come and work for me." So I said, "Sure, why not?" So I said, "Okay, so tell me." So in my imagination, I always thought that the gentleman would probably have a fancy bar back home, maybe in Dubai, and therefore he needs a bartender, so therefore he's offering me this job. And I said, "Sure, sir, I will come and work for you." He says, "You come, you work with me, okay? I take you with me." I said, "Okay." And I said, "So you have a bar back home? You have a bar in your country?" He says, "No, I don't have a bar." So I said, "Okay, then what do I do in your place?" He says, "You come, you work with me in my office. You work with me in my office." So I said, "Okay, in your office, what am I supposed to do in your office?" He said, "You make tea. You make tea in my office." As a bartender at that time, I was so pissed off in my head and I felt like, what most bartenders feel like when they're really offended, but I couldn't do much. So I said, "Okay, I come to your country in your office and I make tea for you. How much money you pay me? How much?" And he says, "I pay you 5,000 money I pay you." And I said, "Okay, so 5,000 you pay me India money or your money?" And he says, 5,000 I pay your money, which means Indian money. And I got so angry, but I couldn't express it. So you know what I told him? I said, "Making tea, 5,000 rupee Indian money, you go outside this hotel outside, rickshaw wala, if you go tell him come with me, even rickshaw wala no go to your country to make tea." That is what I told him, So gentlemen and ladies, this was my first job offer as a bartender. So in honor of this story, I am going to make you one of my signature drinks, which is the G&T, as in not the tonic, but the G&T as in tea, T-E-A-T. Okay, so come along, I'll show you how to make an interesting G&T. Hello and welcome once again. And considering the fact that I was offered my first job as an amateur bartender way back in 1996, and the offer was to make tea in somebody's office, and considering the fact that the offer was to make tea and my love for tea even otherwise, I just thought we should do some chai pe charcha today. But this one is not a very serious chai pe charcha because there's going to be a little bit of gin in there. So it's gin, chai and charcha, all right? So it is a G&T, not tea as in tonic, but tea as in tea, T-E-A-T, chai, all right? So we start straight from pouring a gin into this glass. So what I'm going to do is pour 60 ml of a nice premium gin into a stem goblet. Add 3 drops of aromatic bitters, about 10 ml of the vetiver syrup. Now this one, I'm sure a lot of us Indians would know that vetiver is basically khas, but the vetiver syrup that we made is from the root. So this is the vetiver root, which is infused and cooked with some water and sugar and reduced to almost like half. So it brings in that nice earthiness into the drink. And finally, I'm just going to top it up with lots and lots of ice. All right. And this is a Himalayan pinewood smoked tea concentrate. So normal tea, which has been smoked with Himalayan pinewood, and it has a nice strong smoky flavor. To me, this reminds of my childhood days up in the hills in the boarding school. So old memories of school, old memories of job offers, and of course some charcha. A gentle stir. And to finish off this drink, what I'm going to do is take an orange wedge, squeeze, and drop. So there we are, the G and T, as in the G and chai. Cheers. Now that I have had a steady job for the last 25 years, your job is to like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, 3 Bar Stools, and also follow us on Instagram. Cheers.